Ever questioned how you perceive yourself versus how others perceive you? You may be surprised to discover you're more attractive than you think. Our self-perception shapes our world, how we interact, and most importantly, how we view ourselves. Often we're our harshest critics, unable to see the beauty others see in us. Today, we're going to explore this topic and hint at 15 signs that might indicate you're more attractive than you give yourself credit for. So, are you ready to challenge your self-perception? Let's dive into these 15 signs that might show you're more attractive than you realize. Sign 1. People often seem surprised when you reveal your insecurities. It's like they can't believe someone as attractive as you could have any doubts about your appearance. Sign 2. Strangers often initiate conversations with you, drawn in by your magnetic appeal. Sign 3. You're no stranger to compliments about your looks. It happens so often, you might have become immune to the flattery. Sign 4. You receive more smiles than usual. It's as though your attractiveness makes people happier just by being in your presence. Sign 5. People often make excuses to touch you. A pat on the shoulder, a playful nudge, or a casual touch on the arm could all be signs that your attractiveness is undeniable. These are the first 5 signs. Do any of them sound familiar to you? Sign 6. You get a lot of attention when you're in public. This doesn't necessarily mean paparazzi-style hounding, but if you often find yourself catching the eye of strangers, it could be a sign you're more attractive than you think. Moving on to sign 7. People often ask if you're taken. If you find that people are regularly making a beeline to ask about your relationship status, it's a pretty clear sign that you're turning heads. Sign 8. You've been told you're beautiful when you feel the opposite. Even on those days when you're feeling a little less than glamorous, if compliments about your looks still come your way, it's a definite sign of your attractiveness. Let's talk about sign 9. People seem to enjoy your company. Attraction isn't just about looks. If people are drawn to your personality, your sense of humor, or your intellect, it's a clear sign you're attractive. And finally, sign 10. People seem to stare at you a lot. If you often catch people sneaking glances your way, it's a clear sign you're more attractive than you think. If you've noticed any of these signs, you might be more attractive than you think. Sign 11. You often catch people checking you out. It's not your imagination playing tricks on you. People are genuinely drawn to your looks, grace, and charm. The 12th sign is when people seem to act differently around you. They might become nervous, overly talkative, or unusually quiet. This change in behavior is often a subconscious reaction to your attractiveness. Moving on to sign 13. You've been told you're attractive by someone you weren't close with. Compliments from friends and family are great, but when a stranger or an acquaintance goes out of their way to praise your looks, it's a strong indicator of your allure. Sign 14 is that people seem to remember you. Even after a brief encounter, your appearance leaves a lasting impression that's hard to forget. And finally, sign 15. People often follow you on social media after meeting you. Your attractive qualities, both physical and personality-wise, make people want to stay connected with you. These are the final clues that might suggest you're more attractive than you realize. Recognizing these signs can help reshape your self-perception. As we've discussed, there are 15 signs that suggest you may be more attractive than you think. They range from the subtle, such as people often initiating conversations with you, to the more obvious ones, like frequently receiving compliments about your looks or personality. But let's take a moment to delve deeper. Acknowledging these signs isn't about feeding vanity or seeking validation. Instead, it's about understanding your worth and boosting your self-esteem. It's about realizing that attractiveness isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It's as diverse as we are, and it goes beyond physical appearance. It's about the unique blend of your personality, your kindness, your intelligence, your sense of humor, your strength, and your values. And remember, attractiveness is not a competition. It's not about being better than someone else. It's about being the best version of yourself. It's about embracing who you are, quirks and all, and understanding that what makes you different makes you beautiful. So, as we conclude this journey of self-discovery, remember that societal standards do not define attractiveness. It's a deeply personal and subjective concept. It's about how you perceive yourself and how you make others feel when they're around you. Remember, attractiveness is subjective, and beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. Keep being you, because you are more attractive than you think.